They're not stopping, and hey, folks, today we've got friendly snow flurries floating all over Kentuckiana again today as we are now getting you ready for Friday and more accumulating snow on top of what we've already got out there. But first, here on this Wednesday on the winter storm of 2025, it is the polar blast we've been telling you about. It is winter storm coverage you can count on, continuing tonight at 5 with brand new stories ahead. Hi, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Doug Proffitt.
And I'm Connie Leonard. Let's get you straight over to Sam Gabrielli with more on that bitter cold we're expecting and some snow to follow.
Doug, Connie, good evening. Behind me, this is a map with a lot of colors on it. We are used to it. Of course, we had a lot of winter weather alerts Sunday into Monday of earlier this week, and now we're already looking at more winter weather alerts that are posted for Friday. Notice Louisville not in a weather alert right now. We're going to be watching the forecast, but for now, if you're tuning in from Bardstown, Elizabethtown, Litchfield, Campbellsville, and points south of there, that's where there likely will be on Friday some accumulating snowfall. I'll be getting to that forecast in just a moment, but right now, maybe you are venturing out and about and maybe going to run some errands pretty soon or dinner across town. Just know that there's a couple of snow flurries that have been in the works for us, pushing through from north to south. Really not too big of a deal. If we do notice any kind of accumulation, it's going to be only a dusting at best. These snow flurries have kind of been lessening their intensity as we've gotten in the past half an hour, but nonetheless in the city and then again down south towards Shepherdsville and points south of there, we do have some additional flurries pushing through. Otherwise, it's been pretty brisk outside. We do have temperatures well into the 20s, and I do want to mention tonight will be cold, then tracking the snow for Friday. The full details in the forecast coming up.
Thank you very much, Sam, for that brand new update. We'll join you here in a few minutes. Well, our team coverage continues here at 5 as the Metro Snow Team is expanding its snow routes to help get students back to class.
Yeah, we're still waiting to hear if JCPS is going anytime soon. Well, meanwhile, businesses in southern Indiana are encountering issues reopening after days of being closed. Ian Hardwick spoke to some businesses earlier today.
But first, we want to begin with Isaiah Kim Martinez on the expansion of those snow routes announced by the mayor just yesterday. It was meant to help out JCPS. Isaiah?
Well, Doug, Connie, it's been interesting to see. We've seen some of the tiniest roads throughout Louisville get the attention they normally wouldn't from city snow teams. We're talking about roads over in the east end, all across the county, some in the south end. And according to Metro Public Works, we're talking about an extra 20 or so bus stops on top of the ones we're used to. I want to show you this video. This was from our weather beast this afternoon. This was photojournalist Emma Gefter on the roads. This is actually just along Auto Knop Drive. That's off Blankenbaker Parkway in J-Town as Metro trucks plowed and salted one of more than 100 of JCPS's busiest bus stops. This is Mayor Craig Greenberg's directive to cover additional snow routes to get students back in school quicker. But as we saw, custodians over at Cameron Middle School have already been doing their part.
I guess we treat them like our own kids. You know, you don't want your kids getting out and getting hurt and messed up, you know, breaking bones or whatever. I mean, so I think it's very important we do it.
The mayor's office says most bus stops are already on active snow routes, but several of the schools themselves, like Cameron, are not, which can make scheduling the first day back really tricky to pinpoint. And that brings us, of course, to the big question: will JCPS return in person to school tomorrow? We haven't heard anything yet from JCPS officials, but of course we know snow days are limited. We'll have to pay close attention over in Oldham County. They are going to NTI tomorrow. Guys.
All right, WHAS11 Ian Hardwick is also live right now in New Albany. And Ian, this past winter storm must have left some significant impacts for businesses there, especially the smaller ones there in southern Indiana. What did you find out today?
Yeah, Doug, I found out that's true. Several businesses had to close down for as many as 3 days, from Sunday to Tuesday. And Sunday is one of their bigger business days down here. I want to show you what the roads are like. Moving just fine down along Spring Street, but on these side streets, this is 3rd Street, you can still see there's plenty of ice. There's some bald patches over to the right, but that's where some cars were parked. And if we look back over here to the sidewalks where I'm standing, there's a lot of digging left to do, and we found some local business owners who were doing just that.
New Albany businesses are digging themselves out after historic Kentuckiana snowfalls.
Courtney Byrne cleared a path to the Mercantile, her odds and ends store.
Really just kind of trying to make a path of the crosswalk here.
That's extra important as the snow took one of her best business days.
So missing Sunday was a big hit. A lot of us are closed on Mondays, but then just trying to pick up and kind of dig our way out so, we can get back on track and get our customers down here safely.
City crews came through afterward, pushing slushy snow to the side of the road. Seeds and Greens market owner Stacy Freebert was surprised it took the 4th day of the storm for the clearing.
This is a heavily traveled road. First Street is, it connects Main and Market.
Now she's happy to be here, even if she missed out on a shipment of whole milk.
We are very fully stocked on eggs. We carry a local egg, and I got 45 dozen delivered on Saturday.
Monday and Tuesday were the first time the market closed for weather during its 10 years in business.
So I think that our customers were disappointed we weren't open because they didn't want to, venture out to some of the bigger groceries.
And although people bought extra groceries on Saturday for the storm, Freebert relies on the kitchen's business.
Right now, the hot sandwiches and the soup.
Hopefully sales will pick up. People will come out maybe once a little more of the snow melts.
While the main roads in New Albany are clear, it's the neighborhood streets that still have ice and snow. Here on Thomas Street, even the tire trail was iced over, but traffic moved ahead just fine on Spring Street ahead. Freebert's back to work after having her sidewalk cleared, and Byrne may have more shoveling to do herself with more snowfall expected Friday.
I think everything's kind of opening back up and getting everything ready for everyone's return.
Now, we did ask the city of New Albany what a timeline would be on when they'd be able to wrap all this stuff up, but we weren't able to reach anybody. City Hall was locked. We called them, we emailed them, but they never got back with us. But I'm sure there's more things you guys want to know back at the studio.
Oh, we've got a lot of questions. We've got a lot to know, Ian. Now, you know the forecast. They know the forecast of more snow on Friday. What are you hearing about their concerns or their plans to handle possibly 2 to 5 inches of more snow?
Yeah, I think the big concern down here for them will just be if they'll be able to get out of some of their county homes and make it downtown to be able to open up their stores. Because once they get down here, they're pretty well equipped to be able to shovel their own sidewalks and get things cleared out, Doug.
All right, Ian Hardwick in New Albany. Thank you, Ian.
But now the battle of clearing sidewalks begins. According to the mayor, sidewalks are the responsibility of the property owner. Mayor Greenberg asked business owners or landlords to clear the way to make it safer for everyone.
It is a civil violation that could be enforced. Right now, given our focus on clearing the streets and using as many resources as we can to clear the state streets, at this point we are not enforcing it. We reserve the right to change our mind on that and to begin enforcing that.
Greenberg says if you rent and your parking lot or sidewalk is not cleared, contact your landlord and remind them it is their responsibility, not the city's.
Right now, authorities are looking into the partial collapse of the old milk factory. Louisville Fire Department says crews responded to the location on Garvin Place. This is in the Limerick neighborhood at about 8 this morning. There they found the roof had collapsed, taking down one of the factory's walls as well. Crews say the old factory was closed during the incident and nobody was hurt.
And remember, more snow is on the way to Kentuckiana come Friday, and we want you to be prepared for it. So download our WHAS11 News app. We'll send you information on the forecast straight to your phone so you can see it. Right now, 4 major wildfires are burning across Los Angeles with flames fanned by hurricane-strength wind gusts.
The scenes are just unbelievable and devastating. More than 1,000 structures have been destroyed. These fires have already burned more than 7,000 acres. ABC's Alex Stone is in Altadena, that's northeast of Los Angeles, where officials say the Eaton fire is responsible for at least 2 deaths.
An apocalyptic scene in Southern California. Valleys filled with smoke, flames taking over hillsides as at least 4 major wildfires burn out of control. Embers flying all around, pushed by hurricane-strength winds.
Oh, and we have, a partial structure collapse.
This afternoon, we got our first look at the devastation from the air. The wind slowing enough for helicopters to fly safely.
It's Armageddon. I'm driving through a war zone right now, and I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. I'm shocked.
The winds also kept firefighters from launching water-dropping helicopters. People running with buckets of water in their hands, trying to do anything they could to save homes. Others rushing to grab any belongings they could. Neighbors tried but could not save the Symington family's home of 24 years.
It makes me want to cry, but it also, in the midst of the dark hour, puts a little ray of love and hope.
All the stuff that's here is replaceable. People are not. We're having the family is the most important thing.
A senior assisted living center destroyed. All of the over 90 residents evacuated safely. Some rushed to safety in wheelchairs.
This is not a normal red flag alert. The LA County Fire Department was prepared for 1 or 2 major brush fires, but not 4.
President Biden is in Los Angeles for an unrelated matter and got an update on the disaster from firefighters. He's also spoken with Governor Gavin Newsom.
We're prepared to do anything and everything as long as it takes to contain these fires and help reconstruct, make sure that we get back to normal.
Alex Stone, ABC News, Altadena, California.
In addition to the wind, the lack of rain in the past 8 months has created very dry conditions, adding fuel for those flames. California National Guard teams have been called up to help, specifically 2 highly trained teams that can work with the firefighters.